Now, second thing what I consider is how much time do we have on a weekly basis. So that means we have 24 hours. Every single person has about 24 hours. Today is 430th day that I'm here to share lessons I'm learning, and I hope those lessons support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I'm going to speak about time, because time is essential in life, and I truly believe that we need to be more aware where our time goes. So today I want to share my perspective, how our life looks like and where we spend our time, and how our life looks like when we succeed in different career paths, like how our life looks like when we succeed in job, how our life looks like when we succeed in business, how our life looks like when we succeed in passive income and investing. Now, so first thing that what I considered first when I thought about life, where are we supposed to spend our time the most? So first thing, of course, is a relationship. We need to focus time on relationship. So relationship will be, and of course, internal and external. Second thing that I really considered was health. Of course, health is essential, and health is, of course, physical and emotional. So physical and emotional. Now, third thing what I really thought about was finances. Finances, of course, it's for yourself. That means you and others. And then the last thing that I thought is impact. Impact, so that means you, of course, impact and making a difference in other people's lives. So impact. So four things: relationships, internal and external, health, physical, emotional, finances, you and others, and impact. Those four things that I really considered when I thought about life. Now, second thing what I considered is how much time do we have on a weekly basis. So that means we have 24 hours. Every single person has about 24 hours. So 24 hours. Now we sleep, let's say that 8 hours. So that means we have 16 hours left. Now on a weekly basis, most time we spend about 4 hours on just maintenance, like eating, shower, like brushing teeth, like so many things that just maintain life. So that means we have 12 hours to live our life and to live in a meaningful life. So that means if we multiply by 5, that means it's about 60 hours. Now, I could do exactly the same thing for the weekend, but I just would love to add extra 2 hours for maintenance, because a lot of times what people do, they do all the chores, all the really big things, cleaning the house, fixing the car on the weekend. So that means for the weekend, I could say that we allocate 6 hours, so that is 10 hours per week that you're able to allocate to really do something meaningful like. So that means now 60 plus 10 Saturday plus 10 Sunday end up being, okay, so we have 80 hours to really per week to do something meaningful for our life. So where we allocate those 80 hours? So that means it's not that much when you think about 80 hours per week to split between relationships, health, finances, and impact. So how we split those 80 hours? So that means that I would love to really start looking into how our life looks like when you allocate our time in different things. So first thing is job. Now job, a lot of times majority of jobs is 8 hours per day. Now because we work five days per week majority of the time, so that means that we allocate 40 hours per week on job. So that job is, what is the reason of job? Job is reason of finances. So that means 50% of our weekly 50% of our weekly time goes to finances, and then other 50 needs to go to relationships, health, and impact. Now, of course, that it's 40 divided by 80. That's where that 50 coming from. Now, of course, during weekdays, that's even worse, because we allocate during weekdays 40 hours to job and 60% to and 60 hours from 60 hours that we have during the weekday, we allocate to jobs. So that means that 66% during weekdays goes to really for finance, and 33% needs to go to relationships, health, impact. And I didn't like that equation. I didn't like that I need to allocate 50% of my time on a weekly basis to finances and leave all other parts that is even more essential in life, only 50%. So then I said, okay, let's look into how life looks like when you succeed in a business. So I felt like when you succeed in a business, so okay, like business. So that means, let's say that you allocate 4 hours per day. Then, of course, when a business at the beginning, when you grow the business, of course, you'll spend a lot of hours to build the business. When you succeed, you said that like you allocate only on the maintenance to business. So that means it's 4 hours. So that means you allocate 20 hours per week to really manage the finances. So that means that because you have 20 hours from 80, that means only 25% is allocated to finances, and 75% is allocated to relationships, health, impact. What do you think, how your relationships, health, and impact could increase when you allocate 20 more hours on those things? I thought, okay, of course, I want to invest more time in relationships, health, and impact. So I wanted to build a business that I could have more time to really spend more time on things that really matters. Of course, so this is 20 hours per weekday. So that means, of course, if look into the weekday, so we allocate 20 hours from 60, so from 66% on a weekday, we move to 33% on a weekday that we focusing on the finances. And this equation for me looks much better. But now let's look into even better equation, because I think there's even better. So when we reach that abundance level, when you have that passive income coming in from the business, from investments, because a lot of times what is the best way to do, like you build some kind of skill, you make a lot of money, you invest and start building a business that basically generates some kind of income, passive income, then invest that business income, cash flow to investments, to assets, and then of course you're able to generate even more income. So that means let's look into that you start to bring passive income from investments. Now, because you say that you just need to look over all those things, you allocate only 2 hours per week. So that means that you allocate 10 hours per week, really to make sure that, or let's say that you spend 2 hours per day, but like only 4 days per week. Now, don't need to look 5 days. So that means you have 8 hours per week really allocating to making sure that your income is coming in. So that means 8 hours from 80 hours, that means it is 10% of your time you looking into finances, and 90% of your time goes to relationships, health, and impact. 90% of your time goes to relationships, health, and impact. For me, I thought about 90%, and I really like that equation. I really want to make sure that my time goes into relationships, health, and impact. I don't want to spend time on building finances, because when you reach that level, when you reach that passive income and you're making a lot of money, even impact becomes much more bigger, because making a really impact, making a difference in other people's lives is a very expensive hobby. So when you build in that level, when succeed in the passive income and you're able to make millions of dollars a year, you increase your impact, not just by your time, investing your time, but by able to invest your money as well. So when I think about this time, I really thought, okay, I do not want to stay in job as long as I stayed, and I want to start moving towards downwards towards passive income, because that's where you're able to reach the life that abundant life when you allocate your 10% of your time to finances. Because finances is not as important at the moment, because at that moment all you care about is relationships, health, and impact. I hope that will allow you to really reflect how you manage your time, because as I said, we have 80 hours a week, and how you allocate those 80 hours will define where you will lead your life and how you will see your life. Because some people regret at the end of their life their way of living, because they know that they allocated their time in the wrong direction. So let's really start looking how we could invest our time, not to spend, not to waste our time, but really invest in things that is very meaningful. I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.